Did YNW Melly really take out his own homie, all because things got weird between them? That's where this wild story starts, and it only gets more shocking from here. Today, we're diving deep into some of the craziest leaked footage the rap world's ever seen. And trust me, it's messy. Right after YNW Melly allegedly took out his close friends Sack Chaser and Juvie, the cops pulled in Melly's boy Jacoby Mills for questioning. No one really knows why Jacoby got picked up in the first place, but as soon as they booked him, he folded fast. Before the cops even asked a single question, Jacoby blurted out that he knew exactly why he was there, because his homies Sack Chaser and Juvie were gone. He even said, "You didn't do anything wrong, man. I just want you," before stopping mid-sentence, sounding completely torn up. Sack Chaser and Juvie, those were the two guys Melly allegedly shot and take down, and Jacoby was close with both of them.
I just want you. You're not worried about. You're not in any trouble.
Trust me, I already know what y'all here for, here by. Trust me, I already know. Yeah, my niggas dead and gone.
When the cops pressed him on who he was tighter with, Jacoby said he'd grown up alongside both since school. Same hallways, same crew, same dreams. You could tell the news of their passing hit him hard, like really hard. Then came the big question. What went down that night?
I don't know if I'm finna break it down to y'all, cause this why I'm gonna tell y'all, like, y'all probably think I'm crazy.
The cops asked Jacoby what really happened when Juvie and Sack Chaser lost their lives, and Jacoby promised he'd explain everything, but warned them it was gonna sound crazy. That night, Melly and his crew were all chilling in the studio, vibing, until things took a dark turn. There's even security footage showing Melly hopping into the car with Sack Chaser, Juvie, and Jacoby. Yeah, Jacoby Mills himself was there that night too. What happened after that ride? That's where things start getting real suspicious. Jacoby said that night wasn't just one studio session. It was a whole run. First, it was him, YNW Melly, YNW Bortland, and their boy Adrian Davis, better known as D. They knocked out some tracks at the first spot, then wrapped it up, and headed home to scoop up Sack Chaser and Juvie before sliding to another studio. That's when things started to feel off.
Tried to go get in that car, but when I tried to grab the door, I got pushed back to the red car, but nobody was there.
Who pushed you back to the red car?
Nobody. This God. I'm letting you know now, this is God. I did it a second time to make sure I wasn't tripping. So I tried to do it again. That bitch put me back over there to the red car.
When they pulled up to the second studio, Jacoby said Juvie went inside to grab some weapons, getting ready for who knows what. Jacoby was about to hop into the same whip that Melly, Juvie, Sack Chaser, and Bortland were about to roll out in. But then he claimed something wild happened. He said it felt like God himself pushed him back from getting in that car. And just a few hours later, Juvie and Sack Chaser were gone.
I was driving, Sack was in the passenger seat, Melly was behind Bortland, and Juvie was behind Sack.
During the first murder trial, a huge part of the case focused on where the bullets came from. Cops said the shots were fired from the back seat, and guess who Jacoby confirmed was sitting there that night?
Everybody else was lost. They weren't normal. You get what I'm saying? These niggas acting weird. I did slap Bortland and AD in their shit though, cause they were going to sleep. Cause Sack was like, why come to the studio to go to sleep if we supposed to be in here working? We could've stayed home.
Melly. That detail had everyone in court stunned. Another major focus in court was why Melly would even do it. His defense team argued there was no beef, that the crew was all good. But Jacoby told investigators something different. He said the whole vibe in that studio was strange. Everyone was acting off, like something was about to go down. He even said there wasn't a full-on fight. But at one point, Sack Chaser got heated and slapped both D and Bortland just for nodding off. Sack Chaser was known for getting physical, and Jacoby told the cops straight up that Sack was a crazy dude who never backed down from trouble.
Is a crazy motherfucker. Okay?
We've been hearing.
According to Jacoby, Sack Chaser had this strange grip over everyone in the crew, like he was running the whole operation with some kind of mind control. He said the crew did whatever Sack Chaser told them to do, no questions asked. That power trip had everyone walking on eggshells around him. That night in the studio, Melly was struggling to stay awake too, nodding off between takes. Sack Chaser noticed and started tripping, saying if nobody wanted to work, They might as well pack it up and head home. So that's what they did. And that ended up being the very last time Jacoby ever saw Sack Chaser and Juvie alive.
As soon as we jumped right in front of them, like, I don't know why Tay did that, but AD said, no, bro, stay behind them. Like, it just, I don't know, like, AD just, like, they was arguing about the shit. Like, AD and Tay, like, they was arguing here, like, no, stay behind them, stay behind.
Both cars started heading back to the spot where the YNW crew was staying. Jacoby was in one car, and Melly, Sack Chaser, Juvie, and Bortland were in the other.
Get one call, get a phone call, boom, my mama called. It's like, mine was like four something by now. Mama called again, I ain't answered, but my sister called right after my mama called. I answered, I was like, what's up? And I was like, matter of fact, never mind, I need to call my mama. Hung up on her, called my mama back. She was like, hello? She was breathing hard. She was like, somebody said y'all all dead. Somebody called and said y'all all dead.
Melly had told him that a dude named Tay was driving Jacoby's whip that night. Everything seemed chill at first, until they got on the interstate. That's when things got weird. After they left the highway, Tay suddenly sped up and passed Melly's car, taking the lead. Jacoby said he had no clue why Tay would do that, and it started a small argument in the car. Their boy AD started going off on Tay, saying they were supposed to be following Melly's whip, not driving in front of it. But Tay didn't care. He just kept pushing forward toward the house.
She got looking at my phone, I see one missed call from Melly. But mind you, my mama called me. I'm gonna see if you called me, you know what I'm saying? He called and he didn't let bitch up, you feel me? He ain't actually called and actually called all the way through. He just called and hung that bitch up.
When Jacoby's car finally made it back to the crib, Melly's car still hadn't shown up. They waited outside for about half an hour, confused and uneasy.
Then called Melly back. Called Melly, I say, Melly answer the phone, we on FaceTime. He just holding the phone looking mad, like, he just like basically saying like, y'all niggas left us, like, y'all niggas ain't answering no phone calls, y'all niggas left us, like, I'm like, nigga, what you talking about? I'm like, man, what the fuck going on? Stop playing me, like.
Jacoby said something just didn't feel right, like something bad had gone down. After waiting too long, they eventually went inside and tried to crash for the night, but Jacoby couldn't shake that feeling. He tried staying awake, thinking maybe Melly and the others had just stopped for some blunts or grabbed McDonald's down the road. But sleep caught up with him, until his phone started blowing up. His mom was calling non-stop. At first, he ignored it, thinking it wasn't serious, until his sister started calling too. That's when panic kicked in. He finally called his mom back, and what she said next hit him like a punch to the chest.
As soon as I get the Bang House, Bang gave me a perk. He gave me a, what's his name, perk. He like, y'all boys like y'all ready to do something, ready to get in some bread. I'm like, nah, but I'm like, hell yeah, you right, let me pop the perk. So I popped the perk, and like, that threw me off a little bit.
She told him she'd heard that Jacoby and the whole crew had been taken down. The dude was speechless. He didn't even know what to believe. Jacoby jumped up out of bed in a panic and started running through every room in the house, checking to see if anyone had made it back.
What do you think happened?
Same thing y'all think. Low key deserved what he got because he was 27. He was fucking with a little girl.
Yeah, I know.
And he was out here.
Chloe.
Yeah, Chloe. And he was out doing shit at the same time. So like your karma caught up to you. But at the same time, Juvie ain't deserved it. One of the most kind-hearted niggas you will ever meet. Juvie is the hood light.
Yeah, no, everyone.
Like, say for instance, it's a dark area. You go see Juvie in that dark area, he the light of that bitch. He just the only one listening, shining. Juvie is the light, bro.
He was calling out for Sack Chaser, Juvie, Melly, and Bortland. But the place was empty. Nobody was there. That's when he noticed something strange on his phone. A missed call from Melly.
Bortland was still in the hospital at the time. I was gonna beat the shit out of Bortland when he came back. I was gonna whoop Bortland's ass.
Jacoby told investigators that Melly never just let the phone ring. If Melly really wanted to talk, he'd keep calling until someone picked up. So Jacoby figured Melly only called once to make it look like he'd reached out, just so it would show up on the call logs. That detail made everything feel even sketchier. Jacoby called Melly back on FaceTime, and when Melly answered, he was just staring at him, stone-faced, like he was mad about something.
So I'm like, Melly, man, what the fuck going on? Like, what's going on? He over there, like, trying to fake cry and shit like that. Like, but no tears.
Jacoby said Melly started pressing him, accusing him of leaving the crew behind, but none of what Melly was saying added up. It was like Melly was trying to flip the script. At that point, Melly was over at Fredo Bang's crib and told Jacoby to pull up.
On FaceTime, now like, y'all don't know, bro. Y'all don't know what Sack was doing to me. Y'all don't know, bro. Y'all don't know what Sack was doing to me.
Jacoby didn't know what kind of situation he was walking into, so he grabbed his Draco and headed that way, ready for whatever. He said, I grabbed the Draco, went to Bang's house, and when he got there, Fredo handed him a perk. Jacoby said he took it, and it messed with his head a little, made everything feel foggy.
You think Sack was molesting him?
I don't know, bro. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what the fuck Sack, bro.
How
like,
could you molest an adult?
I don't know, but like Sack bigger than me.
Even through the haze, Jacoby was trying to make sense of what was going on. When he walked into Fredo's place, the first thing he noticed was that Melly wasn't wearing the same outfit he had on earlier at the studio. That instantly raised red flags. When the cops later asked Jacoby what he thought had really happened, he said, same thing y'all think.
Say straight up, to me, Cortland a bitch. Cortland ain't living like that. That's my blood cousin. Cortland is my blood cousin. Auntie Fina, all that, yo. Blood cousin, like, Cortland not living like that.
That line alone had the whole room quiet. And just when it couldn't get any crazier, Jacoby dropped a shocking claim that flipped the whole mood. He said Sack Chaser low-key deserved what he got.
I ain't gonna lie, Sack beat up Bortland ass one time, had his ass crying. Bortland did the shit wrong with some shit. He done beat Bortland up in the car, Bortland crying. Like, bro, why you beating on me, bro? Why you beating on me?
He explained that even though Sack Chaser was 27 when he died, he'd been caught up in some serious drama involving a much younger girl. That revelation had everyone stunned. It gave the entire story a darker, more twisted edge.
Sack was telling Melly, like, if y'all trying to slime me or some shit, I get all y'all killed.
Jacoby told investigators that Sack Chaser getting taken down felt like straight-up karma coming back around, but he made it clear Juvie didn't deserve any of that. He said Juvie was one of the kindest, most genuine dudes you could ever meet, the type who brought light everywhere he went. Losing him hit hard, and Jacoby said it never sat right with him.
Sack was telling Melly, like, if y'all trying to slime me or some shit, I get all y'all killed.
After hearing what went down, Jacoby wanted answers, and he wanted them face to face. He planned on confronting Bortland the next time he saw him, ready to throw hands if that's what it took to get the truth.
Juvie, what the streets say, Juvie got whacked because Juvie was going to.
But from the start, Jacoby also wanted to press Melly about everything, though he hesitated, because Melly was tight with Fredo Bang and his people, and that wasn't a crowd Jacoby wanted smoke with.
We like, hell nah, bro, I don't fuck with this rap shit, bro. I don't fuck with this crazy ass shit. This shit weird, bro. This shit crazy. I just did the trapping. I go to the streets. I ain't on this shit.
When Jacoby finally pulled up to Fredo's crib, he tried to ask Melly what was really going on. Instead of giving straight answers, Melly started fake crying, like he was trying to put on a show. Jacoby said right then he knew something was off. If real enemies had taken out Sack Chaser and Juvie, Melly wouldn't have been sitting around acting emotional. He'd have been ready to slide back and handle business. Sitting there at Fredo's house pretending to cry just didn't make sense.
If his thumb get shot off?
I don't know.
If his thumb got shot off, they say Juvie was wrestling with whoever shot Sack first. Say Juvie tried to grab the gun, y'all tripping. And then they shot his thumb off. And when Juvie fell back, like when you get shot, you're gonna be like, And that's when they just shot his whole side off.
During Melly's first murder trial, this part of the story turned into a massive focus. The detectives asked Jacoby why Melly would even pull the trigger on his own friends, and Jacoby revealed something chilling. During that FaceTime call, Melly had kept saying, "You don't know what Sack's been doing to me."
Hear from on the street that there was a fight inside the car, and that's how his thumb got shot up.
Damn, who the fuck did I hear that from? I heard that from.
We'll never say it came from you. Trust me.
I already know. I forgot who I heard it from because there was a lot of people just coming back to me with so much.
Yeah.
When the cops pushed for details, Jacoby said Melly never explained exactly what he meant, but the way he said it made it sound serious. The detectives then asked if Jacoby thought Sack Chaser might have been crossing a line with Melly in some way. But Jacoby said he couldn't say for sure. He just told them Sack Chaser was way bigger than Melly, strong, intimidating, and if something had gone down between them, Melly wouldn't have stood a chance physically.
Y'all straight up, baby. Now that one they took me on to go find the guns.
The cops also asked whether Bortland could have been the one to pull the trigger that night. Jacoby shut that down fast, saying Bortland wasn't built like that. In fact, he reminded them about one time when Sack Chaser beat Bortland so bad that the dude actually broke down crying. That story only made everything about that night even darker and harder to untangle. Jacoby didn't sugarcoat it when talking about Sack Chaser and Bortland. He said straight up, Sack beat up Bortland one time so bad, he had him crying in the car.
It's straight up like, I found the 40. That bitch had blood all over it. It had a cover wrapped around it with blood all over.
According to Jacoby, Bortland had messed something up, and Sack Chaser snapped on him, hitting him while Bortland begged, "Bro, why you beating on me?" It was rough, and moments like that showed how wild things really got inside that crew. Jacoby explained that Sack Chaser did the same kind of stuff to Melly too, constant disrespect, always pressing him, pushing him to the edge. He said after seeing how Sack treated Melly, he could understand why things eventually went left.
I tried to keep the 40, to bring that bitch down this way. I tried to keep that bitch, but
Who took it?
They manager. I don't know the nigga like that though, but the manager like, nah, I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna get it right. I'm like, nigga, there ain't nothing wrong with it, bitch. Clean the blood off, feel me? Keep it like a regular pistol. So they're like, nah.
There was even one time when Sack Chaser handed Melly a Draco and told him, "If you want to do it, go ahead, kill me."
They always have guns with them?
Thomas Lynn, you know, hell no.
Sack and Julie.
No, them niggas the niggas that's gonna tell you to put them bitches down.
Okay.
Stop messing with them bitches. Them the ones that's gonna tell you, bro, you don't need no gun, bro. If you got a ride with a gun, you pussy. You know what I'm saying? They the ones gonna tell you you don't need no gun. Put that shit.
That's next level tension right there. What made it worse was that Jacoby said this type of chaos wasn't just once in a while. It was happening all the time.
Left the studio. He walked out of the studio at 3:20.
Oh, with the gun in there that night.
Yeah.
Then Jacoby gave another wild reason why Melly might have wanted Sack Chaser gone. And it had to do with family drama and money. According to him, Sack Chaser had major beef with Melly's mom and his first manager. The situation got messy fast because that same manager was romantically involved with Melly's mom. Sack Chaser told them that if they tried to sign him out or cut him off, he'd get all of them taken out.
Carried a lot of guns now though, but
back then they didn't.
Nah, them just ain't carry no gun. Nah, yeah, they did, but they be losing this shit, you feel me? At R&B, you know them shit, little hotel shit y'all got down there?
They just leave them around?
Leave them, then we leave the hotel, them bitches lost. They lost the bitch there, that bitch might still be there, you feel me?
The threat was serious, and the cops could see how that might have made Melly furious enough to want revenge. But the detectives still couldn't figure out one thing. Why did Juvie have to die too?
Got out of jail. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I mean, I don't be trying to like, cause them boys got money on. They know where I stay at too, type shit, you feel me? So I ain't trying to put my people in no danger, you feel me? But
Do you think they would hurt your family?
yeah, you damn.
Jacoby told them straight up. Juvie got caught in the middle because he knew too much. He said Juvie wasn't the type to run to the cops, but he would have told people in the streets what really happened between Melly and Sack Chaser. That kind of talk could have ruined everything. And that's why, according to Jacoby, Juvie ended up gone too. What made Juvie's passing even sadder was the fact that he was already trying to leave the rap game behind. Just days before it all went down, Juvie told Jacoby he was done with all the fake energy, the backstabbing, and the drama. He said the industry felt too weird, too dark. He just wanted out. Years after Melly got locked up for the murders of Sack Chaser and Juvie, new case details started leaking, including one eerie fact. Juvie's thumb had been shot before he was taken down. Here's the crazy part. Back in 2019, before the cops had even arrested Melly, Jacoby somehow already knew that detail. He mentioned it during his interrogation, which left detectives completely stunned. Like, how could he have known that unless he knew exactly what went down that night? Jacoby seemed to know way too many details about the case. Stuff the cops themselves hadn't even confirmed yet. That's what made his whole story sound way too real to ignore.
The kill Sack family. Till Sack told them to move. Now they don't know where he stay at. Know they where they stay at.
The detectives kept pressing him, trying to figure out who told him that Juvie's thumb had been shot before he died. But Jacoby just shrugged it off, saying he couldn't remember who told him. Still, that level of detail had everyone in the interrogation room looking at him sideways. What really blew the cops' minds was what Jacoby said happened the morning after Sack Chaser and Juvie were taken down. He claimed he went riding out with Melly, Melly's manager Track, and Bortlin, and what they were doing that morning raised a lot of eyebrows. According to Jacoby, Melly and Bortlin had ditched their guns somewhere out in the woods after the shooting, and they wanted to go back and find them. Jacoby said he didn't even fully understand what was going on at first, but while they were out there searching, he's the one who stumbled on a .40 caliber pistol, and it had blood on it. That detail had the cops' full attention because at that time, the public didn't even know what kind of weapon had been used in the murders. But it turned out both Sack Chaser and Juvie were taken down with a .40 caliber, the exact same type of gun Jacoby said he found. That connection was way too specific to ignore. He also said Melly and Bortlin were looking for another gun, a Tech 9, that they'd thrown away too, but nobody could find it. Jacoby admitted he kind of wanted to keep the .40 for himself, but that's when Track stepped in and told him, "Nah, I'll take care of that."
You called your mom, and you gave your mom's permission right over the phone to open up your phone to get us get a phone number. Would you do it for us? He'll never ever. Cortland, listen, dude. I'm trying to talk to Cortland.
No, because I can't put my people.
Yeah, listen. No one.
No one got money like that.
Listen.
Going to war with these niggas, dog. These niggas know I stay.
Jacoby.
Not my old house. They know my new shit.
Jacoby said the three of them, Melly, Bortlin, and Track, didn't seem too worried about the missing TEC-9, but they were desperate to recover that .40. And honestly, it made sense. Because if that was the gun used in the murders, that was the one piece of evidence that could take them all down. There had been rumors for a while that Sack Chaser pulled a gun on Melly first, and that Melly shot back in self-defense. A lot of fans even believed that version for a bit. But Jacoby said those rumors were straight up false. According to him, Sack Chaser and Juvie never carried guns like that. In fact, he said they'd clown other guys in the crew for always wanting to stay strapped. So if that's true, that whole self-defense story just doesn't add up, and it makes the entire situation look even darker.
These just think this shit sweet. Is people out here really gonna try to get a hold of them boys before y'all do? And they thinking it's sweet.
Security footage from that studio night showed Melly walking out with a bag slung over his shoulder. And according to Jacoby, there was no mystery about what was inside. He said flat out that Melly always kept a strap on him, and that bag definitely had a gun in it. Cameras caught Melly leaving around 3:20 a.m., looking calm but alert, like he already knew something heavy was about to go down. Jacoby later admitted to the cops that at first he was scared to even talk. He said Melly had real money and serious connections, the kind of power that could get people hurt, even family. The idea that your own crew could take out your loved ones just to keep you quiet, that's next-level fear. Jacoby said Melly and his circle were even plotting to go after Sack Chaser's family too, which made the whole situation way darker. And Jacoby wasn't the only one who thought Sack Chaser's family was in danger. Just days before his passing, Sack told his mom she needed to move because things were getting too dangerous. He knew something was coming. He was supposed to be getting $200,000 from a deal with Melly, but before it could happen, he told his mom straight up that he wasn't getting the money anymore. That warning hit hard later. It's like he knew his time was running out. Jacoby also told investigators that after Sack Chaser and Juvie were taken down, both Melly and Bortlin ditched their phones completely. The cops wanted Jacoby to hand over Bortlin's new number, but he said he didn't have it memorized. So they asked him to call his mom to check her contacts and see if she had it saved. You could tell the tension in that room was thick. Jacoby was terrified that if Melly or Bortland found out he was talking, it'd be over for him or his family. But here's the twist. Jacoby said Melly and Bortland weren't untouchable either. According to him, the families of Sack Chaser and Juvie were out for justice. They believed Melly and Bortland were behind the taking downs and were ready to handle things themselves. Jacoby even told the cops, "Somebody's gonna catch Melly and Bortland in the streets before y'all do." That line gave everyone chills because it sounded more like a warning than a guess. Jacoby ended up giving the police a ton of inside info that lined up with what they already suspected. But the craziest part? In November 2025, a new bombshell dropped in the case. Melly himself supposedly told someone that a guy named Tay was the one driving Jacoby's car the night Sack Chaser and Juvie got taken down. That confession flipped the story once again, leaving everyone wondering who was really behind the wheel and who was really pulling the strings that night. The day after the murders, Sack Chaser's family secretly recorded a phone call with Tay, and when that audio leaked, it sent shockwaves through the whole case. In the recording, Tay exposed himself big time. He had lied to the cops, saying Melly wasn't in the car that night and that it was just Sack and Juvie in the whip. But Sack Chaser's family wasn't buying any of that. They knew it was cap and called Tay out right then and there. That's when Tay slipped up and admitted something huge. He said he only went along with the story that Melly and Melly's mom had already cooked up to tell the police. That revelation made everything 10 times messier. Suddenly, people were pointing fingers, not just at Melly, but at his mom, Jamie, too. According to rumors floating around in court documents and fan circles, Melly's mom, Jamie, was allegedly helping to cover up what really happened that night. Some even think she was encouraging Melly to take out Sack Chaser from the start. Sack Chaser's family had already been suspicious of her. They told Tay straight up that Jamie had been plotting this for a long time. That line hit hard, and it only made everyone more convinced that there was way more going on behind the scenes than anyone realized. Sack Chaser's family even warned Tay that he needed to watch his back. They said if Melly or Jamie ever thought he might turn on them, he could end up gone too. Tay didn't argue. He just went quiet. That silence said it all. When it came down to motive, it always circled back to one thing: money. According to multiple people close to the crew, Sack Chaser wasn't just a friend. He was allegedly acting as the CEO of YNW. That meant he was set to collect half of everything Melly earned in the rap game. If that's true, it explains a lot, especially why Melly might have seen him as a threat. Sack Chaser's family said Jamie played a role in that too, calling her the snake in the deal, accusing her of helping Melly cut Sack Chaser out of a record label agreement. But even with all those layers, the lies, the family drama, the secret recordings, and the alleged cover-ups, the question still hangs in the air. Will any of this actually land Melly behind bars for life? His first trial ended with a hung jury, unable to decide if he was guilty or not. Now, as the second trial approaches, nobody knows if the outcome will finally bring answers or just more confusion and controversy. It's looking like this whole saga's gonna drag out for a while, because Melly's next trial isn't even set to start until 2027. That's right, the wait continues. Meanwhile, Bortland was supposed to face his own trial back in October 2025, but right before things kicked off, he shocked everyone by taking a plea deal. Bortland had been staring down serious murder charges that could have locked him up for life, but instead, he pleaded no contest to being an accessory after the fact, witness tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. A no contest plea doesn't mean you're admitting guilt, but you still get sentenced like you did. The judge didn't go easy either. Bortland got hit with 10 years behind bars and 6 more years of probation. That move basically took him out of the game for a minute. As for Melly, he's gearing up for a brand new trial with a brand new team. In 2025, he fired his old defense squad and brought in a high-profile lawyer, Drew Findling, a celebrity attorney known for representing big names in the rap world. His first lawyer, Raven Liberty, had been leading the case, but now she's caught up in her own storm, under investigation for possible witness tampering. So yeah, things are messy on every side right now. Even though new evidence has been stacking up against Melly, there's still a twist. Jacoby's police interrogation and Tay's leaked conversation with Sack Chaser's family might not even be allowed in court. If those get thrown out, the prosecution could lose some of its biggest ammo. But even with all that uncertainty, it's clear Melly's not out of the woods yet, and the world's waiting to see if he'll walk free or finally face the consequences. This case just keeps getting crazier, and there's no telling what's gonna drop next. So if you've been keeping up with this wild story, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, because we're staying locked in on every new update that comes out about YNW Melly's trial.